Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of RAMD. I'm your host, Tayo. And I know it's been months and months since I posted the last episode, and I know you guys have been really wanting it, so here it is. Just like I promised, I'm covering Mesal Gear in one video. Now, Mesal Gear is a minigame after all, so obviously this video isn't going to be as long or as in-depth as the other Ape Escape videos I've done. Still, it is a much deeper game than most minigames, so I thought it deserved its own episode, be it a little one. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, first of all, I need to mention I don't really play Metal Gear Solid games, or stealth games at all for that matter. I mean, I play Uncharted, but I don't consider the stealth to be that big. I mean, I guess it can be, but that's besides the point. So, really, this'll probably be as close as I ever get to playing a Metal Gear Solid game. Therefore, since I don't really play this type of game, my knowledge of the series is going to be mostly coming from this game trailers video. Okay, let's start off with the story. The game begins with the Colonel from the Metal Gear Solid universe contacting the Professor from the Ape Escape universe. Apparently, they used to be old school buddies, and wow. I just realized the Metal Gear universe and Ape Escape universe have been confirmed as being the same universe. This is something that's canon. That is very weird. The reason the Colonel is contacting the Professor is that there's an evil group of monkeys that have a diabolical new weapon, Mesal Gear. This terrorist monkey group is threatening the world and demanding 1 billion bananas. Such ridiculous demands. Who's gonna have that many bananas? Well, maybe Donkey Kong. Anyway, the Colonel inquires from the Professor if he can borrow some of his simian specialist. His words, not mine.
Those simian specialists.
Sadly, the Professor replies that Jimmy, Kay, Yumi, and Spike are all at summer camp. The Colonel brings up that this is a life or death matter for the world, but hey, the Professor's like, oh, it's an educational experience. You know, Professor, this is kind of important. Of course, the next excuse is that the gotcha net is broken, but come on. It's gotta have a bunch of gotcha nets laying around. There can't just be one, right? Oh, whatever. We're combining Ape Escape with Metal Gear Solid. That's the least of this game's problems. So, in an alternate solution, the Professor decides to send in Peepo Snake. It's a monkey that has all the memories and skills of Snake. Quite an odd decision, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So Peepo Snake moves in, and as you make your way through the game, the real Solid Snake will actually contact you and give you lots of tips on how to make it through areas. Oh, and here's the funny thing. Peepo Snake actually talks like regular Snake, but in a monkey-like language.
You're sure brimming with confidence.
Which is pretty funny. This minigame isn't really story-heavy. The most you get is just Snake talking to you and telling you what each area is like. He'll also warn you when bosses are ahead. Really, the only time when the story gets interesting is when Snake's communication cuts off and you find him chained up by the evil Ocelot ape! Or monkey or whatever. And so our story ends with you destroying Mesal Gear, taking down Ocelot Ape, and freeing Snake. You both have a super badass manly farewell, and the game ends. And that's pretty much the story. Like I said, it's not gonna take long for me to talk about this one. So let's move on to the next part of the video, gameplay. The controls are fairly simple. L1 lets you go into first person and look around, as well as aim your weapons. R1 lets you do an evasive leap. Pressing down the left analog stick lets Peepo Snake duck and crawl around. The face buttons allow you to change your items. The right analog stick allows you to use your items. Just pull back on the analog and release to use your grenades and gun. Naturally, the game is made to work like a regular Metal Gear Solid game, where if you're spotted by a guard or a camera, you have to hide and wait for the countdown to stop. You have a pretty decent arsenal to use against these obstacles. First, you have the banana gun. If you shoot a guard in the head, they'll be knocked out for a certain amount of time and you can run right past them. Pineapple grenades are great for using against bosses. Then later on you get watermelon bombs, which you basically plant and then you can explode by clicking the right analog stick. And of course there's always Snake's faithful box, although it looks a bit more easy to tell someone's hiding in it this time. Why? I can't put my finger on it. It's got a flashing light on it! To use the box, click both analog sticks, and then you can walk around and use it just like you could in the regular Metal Gear Solid games. Oh, I forgot to mention, the banana gun can actually take out cameras, which is super useful. Or you could just crawl right under them. But it's not all just about sneaking about. There's a number of different bosses. Most of them are taken from mini-bosses you would fight in the regular Ape Escape 3 game. First you fight a mech, which actually is rather easy. I found that if you get right in between the mech's shots and go into first person and shoot it, you can just kill it that way. Next, there's the flying saucer, which can send out heart beams. Oh, that's weird. And kinda creepy. It's hard to hit the flying saucer. You can't just shoot at it in third person, since it's on a higher plane than you. You have to go into first person, but every time you go into first person, the stupid flying saucer is above your head and it's shooting at you. It's really annoying and I don't even know how I beat it. Then there's the giant mammoth robot, which I found surprisingly easy. Really, all you have to do is chuck a bunch of grenades at it and it's dead. And then Mesal Gear. My gosh, you guys have no idea. I played this game years ago, like when it first came out on the PlayStation 2 I played it, and I was never able to beat this thing. Like, I made it all the way up to the Mesal Gear and then I just couldn't beat it. But you know what? I beat it just for you guys. And I'll let you in on a little trick. If you get up to Mesal Gear and you're low on watermelon bombs, just walk into the boss room. Don't activate the boss, but walk into the boss room and then walk all the way back and you'll get some watermelon bombs, as well as pineapple grenades. Now, leave the room. That's right. You're going to want to leap jump back into the room you came from and then leave. Then go back in, and you can do this as many times as you want to get a whole bunch of watermelon bombs. And trust me, you'll need them. But that's not all there is to the game. If you plant the watermelon bombs near walls that have cracks in them, you can reveal secret passages. I haven't found all the secrets in this game yet, though I can tell you two things you can find. First of all, you can find prisoners. There's a certain number of them in the game, and you'll supposedly unlock secret events by getting them all. I was only able to find a few of them, because during my playthrough, I didn't even know they were available, because the game doesn't tell me! I don't recall the game ever mentioning you could find prisoners. The second thing you can find are monkey medals, or monkey tags. I can't remember what they're called. Supposedly, these also unlock secret events. I do apologize that I can't show off what these events are, but I kinda got tired of playing Mesal Gear. Just not my type of game. Overall, I'd say Mesal Gear is a pretty damn good minigame for an Ape Escape game. I mean, it clocks in about a little over an hour, but hey, it's a lot of fun, and you'll probably really enjoy it if you like Metal Gear Solid games. I'd actually call it Metal Gear Solid Light. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention about this game. I should have mentioned this back in the control section. There's no way to control the camera. Now, like I said, I don't have much knowledge of the Metal Gear Solid games, so I'm not sure if it was like this. Maybe it was. But there is no way to control the camera. You'd think it would be the D-pad. I mean, that's how you move the camera in some other Ape Escape games, but no. D-pad does nothing. You think, oh, some of the shoulder buttons are free, so maybe that. Nope. They had plenty of buttons. The only reason I can think of that they wouldn't allow you to control the camera is to be more faithful to the original Metal Gear Solid games. If you've played the Metal Gear Solid games and you know there's no way to control the camera, then let me know, but it seems kind of weird. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about Mesal Gear. Join me next time where I will discuss one of my favorite Ape Escape games ever, Million Monkeys! Oh my gosh, it's a pain to play imports. Did you enjoy this video? Then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of my Ape Escape videos, just click on the annotation here. If you want to watch my Let's Play of Mesal Gear, go here. I finally beat Mesal Gear, I'm so happy! Or if you want to check out this awesome Let's Play channel that me and my friend made called The Strategy Guides, go here. We've got lots of videos. Parappa the Rapper, anyone? No? How about Phantasy Star? Donkey Kong Country? Diddy Kong Racing? Come on, we've got lots of videos. Please, we need the views.